pit stop. It's a pit stop. Pit stop. It's a pit stop. Pit stop. It's a pit stop.
And we are back with your season finale of our summer rewatch of Amazing Race, season 29, episode 12. I am so excited to be here for the first time all season. I can finally say my co-host, the winner of Amazing Race, season 29, Miss Brooke Camhi. Welcome back to the podcast.
We did it! We made it through. I'm so excited. And the people have asked, and we have listened to your call, because joining us today, who else could it possibly be? The other half of the winning team from season 29 of The Amazing Race. You love him, and so do I, except when I hate him, which is really never, because we're very, very close in real life. Bring us back so we can do it again and prove it wasn't a fluke. Please welcome Mr. Scott Flanary.
Hello. And right behind me, I have your gift to me when we won.
I did. I sent him a map with little stars on everywhere we went.
And there's the flag. Yeah. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh my God. I'm so excited to be here.
Let's tell you all the stuff.
Yes, but we won't get right into it because, bitch, I've been cussing you out all season, okay? And I've been giving it to Brooke, and I'm going to give it to you straight. And mind you, I love London. That's my girl. We just had her on. But there's multiple times after y'all discovered they were not working with y'all. Why? Was y'all still helping them?
Look, in real life, we were friends. We were friends with these people. And I know viewers might be saying, oh, well, I don't care if I'm friends with someone, I'm going to kick them out. Look, I was friends with the boys and gave them bad information that got them kicked out. So I'm not above it. But London and Logan also had a pretty low batting average like us. And I was like, it'd be great to have them around for the finale.
That's the answer.
Okay. And then I also just love to know, watching this season, watching you and Brooke's relationship back, I find it immensely rewarding and entertaining because over the past 5 years, I've gotten to know Brooke. And I think when we started this season, Brooke kept being like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Brooke would tell me episode 4 and 9. She's like, these are going to be really bad episodes, Brice, just preparing for it. And then I watched the episodes and I'm like, girl, I actually found them inspiring. I actually find you hilarious. You're actually funny as hell. And I've been telling her, like, I can understand from your perspective, maybe watching it live and 1973 when this aired, long time ago. So it's like, the audiences have changed, but I want to know, hearing from you, like, at what point in the race did you figure out, like, I know the Brooke Camhi language, right? Where it's like, I know how to maneuver with Brooke.
Leg 12. The answer is leg 12.
No, I mean, I think leg 12 was our best leg for sure. I mean, that's the definition of winning the Amazing Race. It doesn't matter as long as you're not kicked out. Just win the last episode. So for those who still think we're the lowest ranked winners of all time, that's fine. I still have 500 Ks.
We're not the lowest ranked winners of all time. Just also side note.
Oh, great. I'll take it. But I
believe
also...
that, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I believe that honor goes to Josh and Brent, who had rolly bags. And that's why I said it to Brice, because Brice loves a rolly bag.
But now they're like, aren't they multi-million-dollar soap makers?
If you go to a hotel, their products are probably
the Beekman Bros. Yeah, look at them. They use their million. But no, when I learned Brooke Camhi vocabulary, I think it would be after our blow up in episode 9, because that was kind of my first or second time where I yelled at Brooke, and I think letting that pressure release.
Sorry,
out,
wait, what? You think you yelled at me twice?
And so I think getting that pressure off was like, okay, now I'm like, you know what? I get her now.
Now, is episode 9 The mannequin episode. Oh, okay. You know what? Glad you brought that up, Scott, because I cussed Brooke out and I'm going to cuss you out because I'm going to defend my girl.
Okay.
I think it was your fault, Scott, and I'm going to tell
Which
you
part?
why. You should have saw the ladder. You had a more peripheral view. When Logan and London walked up, they could see it, right? And you kind of was like the one that was like, it's not here. And shout out to my girl, Brooke. Brooke was like, we can still look. And I also want to just give you credit because I love the like intensity. When Logan and Scott saw it, Scott clocked it. No, when Logan and London saw it, I loved how Scott, you clocked in. Scott was like, Brooke, get the fuck up that ladder and get it. And mind you, now you know most of the time Brooke be like, my book bag, I can't, I don't know what to do. Baby, you said that, Scott, and Brooke said. So I think you're right. Episode 9 is absolutely when you guys kind of like figured it out a little bit. But I just wanted to, because I've been cussing Brooke out all season. And so like I feel like it's only fair.
I'll take it.
For me to cuss you out a little bit because you should have been looking, Scott.
I didn't know he was going to say any of this, frankly, but I will give Scott more credit than that because while you definitely yelled at me more than twice, let's be real, I will say there were many moments before episode 9 where I wrote down like, Scott's a great cheerleader. Scott's doing this right. Scott's making me feel like I think there was more than that. So I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Scott learned how to talk Brooke before that.
Okay.
And I think I learned how to speak Scott because we motivate in very different ways. And so we finally clicked in probably in 11, which was probably several too late, but it's fine.
Yeah, well, thank you for saying that. But I agree with you because the bungee jump in episode 9, also episode 9, is where I was like, I don't need you to make me feel good right now. I just want you present. And you learned it then, and then throughout the rest of the episodes, that's how you motivated me. You're like, oh, he's got it. I'm just going to be there.
I love that. And then lastly, because I've been cussing you out,
I can't.
I just also want to sometimes when you watch Amazing Race, you see people that like look like you, sound like you, or like you can see yourself in. And so I want to just say throughout this race, Scott, we're different. We're the same, but we're a part of the same community. And I just have to say you did my heart good because since I've been watching Amazing Race, I'm always like, ooh, Brooke, look at the guy at the finish line. Like, and Brooke's like, oh my God. And so I love the fact that throughout this season, when you would see an attractive man, you will point him out. Okay. You even had Phil almost giving you a love connection. And so I thank you for doing the Lord's work, Scott, because best believe if I was out there,
you'd be calling it out.
Okay.
I mean,
we stood and talked to that guy in Greece for so long because Wes like, Phil, Scott, Greece guy, handsome. Scott had a boyfriend in every country. It was hilarious.
I did.
And even if it meant I was going to fall off the side of a cliff, he was busy doing his thing. It's
boyfriends. I mean, I will say, did we talk about Phil and his underwear? Did we do this story already?
Do I know this story? Is this news?
Here, put those glasses on, Brice. Look. When Phil finally decided that he likes me, which was early on, I mean, I'll say, but no, he did not consider me strong. Okay, that is a known fact, and I kept asking him to consider me strong at all the match.
Yeah, you flexed your muscles at him at every
I was like, they're not big, but they are doing the same thing as Logan, so let's do it. Anyway, he knew I liked flirting with the guys at the end or what have you, and one time he was wearing these tight pants. And I said something to the effect of, Phil, I really appreciate you dressing for me today. And he said, I also wore special briefs today. He did not.
I don't remember that.
This happened. And I was like, Phil. No, I did not say this part. This is in my head. I go, is Phil talking about his penis right now? Phil is a man. And I need all the fans to know he is a man. Okay?
Your Honor, permission to have Scott Flanagan on every episode.
Flanary.
It's
I'll take Flanagan.
Because I'm trying to flan again. Okay, listen. I mean, I've never really looked at Phil like that, but I mean, now that you say that.
I mean, I'll take it where I can get it.
Okay. All right.
All right,
Okay.
stop jerking his chicken. Let's go.
Ah!
I wonder what glasses are coming up next. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh my god. Oh, I enjoy this so much. Guys, we did it.
Also,
Oh, sorry. Go
okay,
ahead.
here, my next thing,
Oh no.
because now I just want to cuss the editors and some of the producers out, because we've watched 12 episodes of season 29. We have not seen this much Brooke and Scott content until this episode. And how dare y'all? Because this episode, they said, Mom and Dad, who? Lolo, who? This episode was specifically for y'all. And again, it also makes me wonder in editing, while I know y'all think, or Brooke feels like you guys didn't get a great edit, I also think, could we enjoy episode 12 so much without the 11 legs of I can't, come on, Brooke. I don't know if we will be able to enjoy it so much. And so, although it might sound like I'm being shady, I'm really not, because when I watched and finished this episode, I, in my bed, FaceTime Brooke in full tears, because I felt like I just went on this journey with y'all, and I felt like it's been a journey for Scott, and it's been a journey for Brooke. And like when you said hold my hand, okay, all right, I've been talking a lot.
Sweet.
Sorry.
No, I love it.
That meant a lot to me. Like that was like, and so, I mean, although y'all weren't my favorite team to start with.
Side note, when we got to the finish line, they had us run it twice, like up to the finish line, because I ran too fast. They said, you've never run this fast. Do it again. I had somewhere to be. I had somewhere.
I mean, yeah, they filmed us winning with the helicopter shot, which was really cool because the helicopter really did get low. And I was like, damn, CBS with your budget. And then they did have us rerun it multiple times, which was not as fun as it sounds when the crowd does not want you to win.
They were fine.
Bang. That was
It
another
was just
thing.
Mike and Liz. Mike and Liz were not thrilled. But
I was pausing it. And I said, oh, but that for me would make it all the more better. For I would have been running up like, hey, you still here?
well, the other thing is, so there was like a pause in production for a little while. And so I think they were waiting there for quite a long time for us. And they had them like practice the clapping many times. And they were like, we know how to clap. Like, come on. And so it was a longer day than I think anybody expected to have.
That's fair.
Shall we dive into the episode?
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
I know, but if we start, that means we finish. And I know I didn't want to do this, but man, this was fun. So thanks for forcing me into it, Brice, because this was a good time. Okay. Oh my God. I'm like really excited that we made it through. Okay. So, and I apologize for my wonky internet, but 23 days earlier, 22 strangers met at the start line, and along the way, 8 teams were eliminated. Oh my God. Kevin and Jen, Jesse and Franny, Seth and Olive, Shamir and Sarah, Vank and Ashton. P.S. I saw Vank last night, sent you a picture. Mike and Liz, Becca and Floyd, it's here, Matt and Redmond, and we're left with the final 3. And this, honestly, I remember watching this. We all watched this together. And Phil was actually with us when we watched the finale. He live tweeted the finale. Oh, that's me and Vank last night.
There he is.
Had a little reunion.
Oh, how'd you meet him? Out and about.
We messaged and said, let's go grab a drink, and we did.
I was about to be like, girl, they played on the same season of Amazing Race.
I forget you're in New York where like everyone is. No one's around me.
We live close to each other. So Phil's watching this with us because we all watched it together, and Phil's live tweeting the finale. So at one point I'm like holding Phil's hand. Scott and we have a great picture of us just holding hands. So it starts with the first team is Brooke and Scott. Scott overcame his fear of heights. Brooke overcame everything. Like, come on. It was like a little shady, but I thought it was so funny. And then it's like Tara picked the underdog and their teamwork got them there. And London needed some muscle, and together they never let anything get them down. But Brooke couldn't overcome anything. Anyway, we start the episode flying 6,000 miles in premium class to Chicago. Scott, do you remember the end of the leg before where you're like, what's our prize? And they're like,
oh my gosh, I'm still annoyed by that. That Korean airplane that you're looking at right now, that was our prize.
That was a great plane, though. I got a problem.
I love how did you tell the story about what Phil said when we asked?
Just hold on.
Yeah, it was hold on, it's coming. Hold on. Everyone checks in. I'm like, what's our prize? And he's like, I don't think there is one. Cool. We're cool. The one time we won,
you won the million.
We get goose egg. Well, I know, but we didn't know it at the time. Okay,
that's true. Anyway, this flight, this is how I knew Scott and I were going to do well, because during this flight, Tara and Joey got sleep. London and Logan got sleep. And Brooke and Scott, it was like a 13-hour flight or something like that, 11, 13. We would allow each other like an hour of sleep, and then we would study. And we would eat some food, and then we would study. We knew the flags, the greeters, the money from each leg, every roadblock, every detail. Yeah, right? Every detour. And I'll take it one step further. Scott and I were convinced that the final memory challenge was going to be like, how well do you know your partner now? Because we were strangers. So do you remember, Scott, we had a plan. If we were asked questions, because there was one season where one of the partners had to go into a vault, answer some questions, and then the other partner had to go in and try and answer the same way, and that gave you a combination. So Scott and I were like, we're going to game this system. So if the question asked for a girl's name, do you remember, Scott?
Was it Sarah?
It was Ash. We were going to say Ashton. And if it asked for a boy's name, it was Vank, no matter what the question was, even if it made absolutely no sense. And if it asked for a number, we had, I think it was like 7. No matter what the question was, we were prepared to answer with that, even though it would have made no sense, so that we could have beaten whatever the system was and not actually had to think about what the partner would have said. It didn't turn out to be that, but we thought it.
We also did favorites too of each other, and we just said we agree our favorite is the same thing, so we didn't have to memorize anything. So like our favorite roadblock, we were like, whatever one you pick is the one I'm picking, that sort of thing.
Okay, well, let me just test your knowledge real quick. Scott, what's Brooke's favorite color?
Green.
Yes.
Brooke.
Oh my God.
Brooke, what's Scott's favorite gender?
Muscly hunk. I mean,
oh my gosh.
Okay, y'all did good.
Thank you.
Italian, like ropes instructor.
Oh yeah, that guy was hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I almost dropped Brooke for him.
Thank you. See, I had reason to worry.
For good cause, though.
Anyway, I hate my internet. Anyway, so Scott and I playing smart, not strong, even though he's both. We did the other thing that the other 2 teams did not think to do, which I don't understand. We waited and let them get on that plane first. And then at the very last second, we left our bags at the gate and we gate checked our backpacks so that nobody knew that we were going to do it. I wrote a little note on like the luggage tag of my backpack. And I was like, I will be picking this up at the airport in New York. I had a number. Here's my phone number in case anybody finds it. And I will say though, Scott, if you remember, we landed in Chicago, and right before we were let out of the airport, Scott's like, I'm just going to go get my backpack. I want to leave it. Like, what if
I was having second thoughts? Yeah.
Production wouldn't let him because it was time to go. And I was like, just leave it, Scott. Like, if you want to carry it, fine, but just leave it.
Do you
he
think
left
you
it.
guys not picking up that bag gave you that extra lead in the beginning?
Oh yeah.
No, well, no, it didn't give us a lead because we all left at the same time, but I think it gave us a little extra like pep in our step for sure.
Okay.
For the running part, yeah, which we
Yeah.
didn't know was going to happen because now those are scrambles, but scrambles didn't exist back then. So,
Right.
yeah, it helped us not to have extra bags.
Was this the first scramble?
They didn't call it that, but
You know,
it's essentially that because we could go to any order.
Oh, come
Mhm.
on.
Scramble before scramble. So, okay, so
Mhm.
everyone runs out of the airport and we get in our cabs. And the clue says join an official race, go to the Chicagoland Speedway and join an official racing team. One person has to change a tire in under 40 seconds. The other person has to drive a lap of this racetrack in under 48 seconds. And you have to put on the cutest little jumpsuit ever to do either of these things. Like, I loved this outfit. Anyway, I will say this was, it took London 4 tries. It took me 4 tries. I think it took Joey 2 tries. But I think what really helped us, and they let me do this, is the second I knew I wasn't going to get it, I was like, start it over. Like, I didn't waste the time trying to finish the whole thing. And I know it sounds like I was super frustrated, like I couldn't do it, but it was more like, oh, okay, I'm out of time, start it over. We did pretty well. And thankfully, Scott got out first. And
That's
you
a
drove
great photo.
really nicely. Scott
Why,
is
thank
not
you.
the fastest driver normally. So I was like, drive fast, not like
What?
Nana. Do you remember in episode 5 where you're like, I'm not going to break the speed limit. I'm going to go
Well,
as fast as I want.
because
And this is this.
Look, it's not my fault because on the steering wheel there was a laminated piece of paper that says "Do not speed in Norway. You can get arrested and put in jail." That's literally what it said, and I was like, "I'm not speeding in Norway."
And I was like,
See,
they will tell you if you're going too fast. Ask for forgiveness. And he's like, no, this is what we're doing. Also,
See-
should we have used the express pass in the last leg? Because I still have it, and I'm going to surprise you with it, and blah, blah, blah.
Kept it.
Brooke hated that. Okay. We've been
I
hearing
know
about
she
that
did.
all
I still find it
season.
funny.
It's
I have it right
hilarious.
here. Oh, but I
Could
do
you
have
imagine if
a
that were
green
true?
binder.
Could you imagine if that were true and he had 10 years later, he pulls it out of a
Oh my
little
god!
satchel?
I'm
That
gonna go get it.
would be hilarious. Now, Brooke,
Oh,
Mhm.
now after Scott completes the task, you are extremely happy. Now, all season, and even including in this episode, whenever it comes to running, you know, I don't want to disappoint you. I'm slower. Well, baby, after Scott got that, and you had to meet him in that pit stop, bitch, you was running faster than the car. That was
It
the
was like
fastest I
20
ever
feet, dude.
seen you.
That was like 20 feet. It was not far.
Girl, I was like, oh, they have reached their stride. When I saw on that episode, you got there before the car. I said, oh, this bitch is playing in my face. I said, oh, she's
Wouldn't that be
playing in our
hilarious
face.
if I could outrun a car the entire time and I just played slow?
yes. Oh my god.
That's so funny.
That was an awkward moment too because they were like, you have to go do something in the celebration area. They didn't tell us what it was. We're like, okay, we go over there and yes, that happens, which is
And I covered
fine
in
and good.
shade.
And which I love that you sprayed it on me because can I say something? I never say I'm hot. I don't. That's just not my character. I'm hot in that jumpsuit. Every time I see the racing part, I'm like, damn, I should be a race car driver.
Now let me
He's
ask you a
humble. He's
question.
so humble.
Look at that.
Look.
Is he though? Now, Brooke, can you describe this photo that we're looking at?
So this is the most humble man on the planet.
Okay, so we see him. Who else is in the photo?
That's my driving instructor.
The professional.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Now we know why Scott is hot. Okay, continue.
Thank God he wasn't busy flirting with the professional and that he was actually driving quickly. It could have cost us the whole damn thing.
I mean, he did really help me. He's actually in the episode. He's the title of the episode. It's
Yeah,
his
he does say
quote.
we're going to victory lane. Frankly, I
Yeah.
don't think that should have been the title, but that's fine. I'm not complaining about it. So anyway, Scott, you do the first lap in 58 seconds and the second lap in 49. And I remember clocking it on this stopwatch was the best thing ever because I'm clocking it on my stopwatch.
You really were.
Please. Oh, yeah, because what else am I going to do? And Tara's right, but well, go ahead.
And I was going to say to the point that I think after the second lap, they don't even show the times anymore. They just show your hand up and you being like, Tara got it in 49 seconds, 1 minute left, Scott. I was like, oh, this bitch is really locked in. And I'm like, well, how do we know it's 49 seconds? They didn't even show it, girl. Your stopwatch was the stopwatch.
I mean, yeah, I had to keep track. I was really stressing out because if Tara had gotten it I mean, I still think we would have won because they don't know how to read their clues sometimes. But facts are facts. It's fine. I don't know how to run. I can equally poop on myself, so that's fine. Anyway, Tara gets it right behind Scott, like the same lap Scott goes, and Logan gets in at his second try, which is actually really impressive. We're at victory lane. I'm spraying champagne all over Scott. Thankfully, he's a good sport and enjoying it and taking a little champagne bath. And then we're told we need to go to downtown Chicago and find the Monroe Street station for our next clue. I will say our cab driver in this leg of the race was so good and so willing to be part of the team that we were like cheering together, and he was very in on it. But then we had to leave this cab driver. I was sad we had to leave him, but
we give him a huge tip, though. Can I interject?
That's my only gripe about. Oh, go ahead, say your thing.
Well, okay, behind the scenes, he was speeding a lot, and I mean, like,
we're not in Norway. We're not in Norway, girl.
We're not, and I'm not driving, so I'm like, whatever. It's up to you. We were going over 100. Now, it was only for a short period of time because we're going from Joliet to Chicago. And our executive producer, Burnham Van Munster, told us to not put his crew in danger. And I said, okay. And I was like, speed up. You gonna tell me to slow down in your last episode? No. But also, one of my favorite parts about the finale is not even shown, which is when we were instructed to go to an L station that was not Monroe, and we had to ride into Monroe. We had a lady who worked for the MTA or the organization, and she was just getting off work. She was this beautiful Black woman. She had her bag over her arm, and we were running in, and I go, do you work here? I mean, she's wearing her uniform.
Babies,
she's like,
babies.
Yeah, babies, she's like, babies, I do.
Babies.
How can
I loved her.
I gave her, I was like, here's cash. Can you buy us tickets? She, boop, 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 get on this train. You're going to get off here. And they didn't show any of it. And I go, she actually saved us so much time.
She was great. But so here's the thing. Scott's flashing cash around. And I'm like, they gave us, I think it was like $600 for the last leg of the race. So I'm like, we're going to need money. So like, let's not throw all the cash around. But my only real gripe, and I was going to save this for the end, is the one thing I really, really wanted to do is at the finish line, since I knew we were first at that point, I was like, Scott, save $20 just in case there's like an entrance fee for this park. Give this cab driver the rest of our money. Like, give him the hundreds of dollars we have left. This dude just made us $1 million. And Scott, you're not going to care that I say it. Scott was like, but what if we get to keep it?
Okay. Okay. Listen, I'm with Scott.
I mean, because we didn't get a prize. So I was like, maybe we get $100 for leg 11.
You want $500,000.
Look,
maybe we get to Scott. If we go back and get to the end, are we allowed to give our money away to the last cab driver?
No.
Okay. This episode can never end. Oh my God. Like, I don't.
That's really funny. Okay. Whatever. Anyway. Okay. So we're at the Monroe station. We are searching the platform. Scott and I are searching like every poster, everything. I don't know how we ran by this guy a couple of times, but we did. Finally, I see the flag on his helmet, and in true Brooke fashion, I scream, "Oh my God," because I don't know how to shut the heck up. And I scream, "I love your hat," but whatever. And he gives us the clue. Thankfully, Joey and Tara, who have just shown up, don't notice.
Whew.
What?
No, I was so thankful because I had flashbacks to episode 9. you yelling the street name and you said you ain't do that. And then I felt like on episode 12, girl, you're doing it. And I was so happy Joey and Tara, like, I think when Joey walked by, he was like, where's the glue box? And I think that's when Scott was like, let's go over here. Let's go over here. I'm like, yes, get away from them. Sorry.
Also, we're on this platform and Scott's like, do you live in this area? And I'm like, dude, can I just have your phone, lady? Like, just give me your phone. Why are we asking where people live? Who cares? Our best friend is Google. They're going to tell us where to go. Joey and Tara are like, can you help us solve these riddles? And I'm like, how are you just Googling it? What's wrong with them? So you put in a little bit of key information. It tells us we have to go to the water tower, Buckingham Fountain, and the Wabash Avenue Bridge, like toll booth thingy. So we find this lady with the phone. Right. We find this lady with the phone. We start Googling, and those two are asking for help. Meanwhile, London finds the construction worker very fast. Like, she was on it. But at that point, we were pretty much gone. This is the part where you can either run or take the train. We did a lot of running. I am glad they showed the map of where these things were, because these things were not close together. These were like, we ran the city, like a good chunk of the city.
We did, but are you about to gloss over something? And Brice, are you not going to get your glasses out?
I was tagging you in. I was waiting.
Go ahead, Brice. I want to see what you pull out.
Regarding the running
a New Yorker and reading subway maps.
What?
Wait, what?
Well,
so what happened was, I don't know if everyone picked up on it, but I was telling Brooke how to read the map on the subway and what's ones we're gonna get off on. She's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Am I sure? You live in New York. Read a subway map." Okay,
because I was confused. I wasn't sure if that was her or you, but she was like, "Well, which one did we get on?" You're like, "We're going to the direction of this side." But he wasn't yelling.
No,
the trains were going by, so it was hard for everyone to hear. So
I will say we did not miss a train. We didn't let a train pass us by. But I wanted to be sure. We had to wait there anyway. So let's make sure we know the best order. And I do think we did this in the best order. We were very efficient. Like,
when we finished, they were like, "You did it the fastest way." Yeah,
because I've
never done anything the fastest in my life, so I'm very into that.
Unless it's a race car. But what I was going to say, did you guys look on a map to see the best order, or were you like, just get on a train? Well, we know Scott was like, get on the train and go. But like, what?
We didn't let a train pass us. We had the couple of minutes to spare, so let's make sure we're doing it in the right order. That's all.
Yeah, the woman
if a train had come, we would have probably gotten on.
So when you say making sure you're doing it in the right order, just because, on Survivor, I was out the third episode. So, last episode, I don't know nothing about. So you're saying like you looked up where they were and like the stops on the,
yeah.
Or, we ran between things, but it was like, if we don't want to go here, to go here, to go here. Like, we wanted to make sure we did it in like a line, even.
Yeah, we're like, which one's the furthest one out, and work our way in to the city.
Okay, I would have been Tara and Joey. The first one unsolved would have been where I would have went. That doesn't cross my mind.
Yeah. Well, I just thought they told us we had to run or use the subway. Those are the only two ways we could go about the city. So part of that was figuring out where the stops were on the subway, because the initial plan was to ride the subway. Right. And then when we realized it's actually oddly faster to run.
Even for me, which is nuts. So we go to the water tower first. We go up, we get our clue, and Scott's honestly, all credit to you, Scott, because you were an excellent cheerleader this time. He's like, "Do you want $1 million or not?" And I'm like, "I want $1 million. Let's go!" Like, the cheer, it was perfection. I mean, honestly, except for the part where he's like, "Get on my back," and I'm like, "I'm not getting on your back. You can't." You know what? I need to know this, Scott. What is the heaviest amount of weight you have ever CrossFit with on your back?
At that time was 275.
Oh, stop it. Okay.
Yeah, for real. I mean, not now. Oh my God. No. Oh. Look at those arms in that photo you have up right now.
Maybe he could have carried me the whole time. Who knew?
Wait, you said CrossFit. I thought you said on your back.
Well, either way, Brice. Either way.
Okay. I also liked how Scott's cheering, saying the same, but it changed, right? Because at first it's like, today, $1 million, Brooke. Like, we're not. And then it was like, well, do you want $1 million? Like, what's going on? Like, I loved how, like, again, not yelling. He wasn't raising
I
his
did
voice.
not. For 99% of that day, I felt like I was so supported, because there's one point where I'm like, I feel like I'm letting you down, because it was a long run. And to go back to the subway, to get on the subway, it would have taken longer. And so even when I felt like I was letting us down, I have to give you a ton of credit, because it was handled so well to keep me motivated and not make me feel like I was slowing. Scott learned how to speak Brooke. Now he knows. Now we'll be good. It's an art form. Anyway, Tara and Joey find one of them. London and Logan actually find theirs faster than Tara and Joey, but for some reason have trouble getting to the City Hall rooftop. Did you know Chicago has a beekeeper? Like a city beekeeper? Does New York have a city beekeeper? I didn't know this was a thing.
Most cities do.
Really? Are you making
Brice, that is a fun fact. You should share that.
Yes.
Most
cities do.
So I actually looked it up when we went to Chicago the next year as a cast or whatever. I was like, oh, we should go to the rooftop. And I looked it up. And so it's not open to the public.
Yeah.
Like the beekeeper's only up there at certain times. And so I was like, oh, well, at least we got to be up there, even though we were up there, 10 seconds?
Yeah, we were up there for a very short time until the clue said, take a taxi to where you're going next. And I would have never been happy. You would think I won the $1 million in that moment, where I'm like, yes, taxi. Like, I don't have to run anymore. Like, that was the moment for me. I don't know what I just did, but whatever.
When we were running between clues, something that we didn't have the middle postcard, but we knew it said sit all. And I'm like, this must be City Hall. So when we were running to the third thing, we were actually asking where City Hall was as well. So after we got our third postcard at the fountain, we just knew, we checked. And then we're like, oh, we know where City Hall is, because we already asked all these people.
We were very well prepared. And I have to say, like, this is so difficult, because when you're running it, especially in this like scramble way where you don't have to go in a particular order, you don't know where anybody is. So you could be like really far ahead, or you could be full on dead last. And this is where Scott's like, get on my back. And I'm like, let's go. I'm not doing that. So we actually see, after we go to the rooftop, we see Tara and Joey running to the bridge. And I remember I yelled. So I'm like, oh my God, are we ahead of them? And Scott's like, yes, obviously. But I yelled at our camera and sound guy, just be like, get down, don't let them see us.
Oh, you did. That's right.
And I remember our sound, we had the Ryans, and one of the Ryans was like, okay, but you can't I got to get the shot. Like, you can't tell me like to hide. I just didn't want them. I didn't want them to speed up, realizing that they weren't in first place. I didn't want to like light a fire under them. So thankfully, Tara and Joey go to the wrong place for their last clue. They go to some temple instead of the water tower. I don't know how you don't Google the answers before you run around the city like a chicken with your head cut off. But
good for Tara, though.
No,
because I like how she was reading the sign and being like, oh, 120 feet. Where's Giuseppe? We're supposed to go to 150. And Giuseppe's like, it's here. We gotta look. But like, good on Tara for like kind of clocking that immediately, because that could have been another 15, 20 minutes.
And I'll say too, in this scramble situation, Brooke is not wrong. You don't know where anyone's at. And then when you try to see how many postcards are left, they were pretty good at hiding that as well. But something I picked up on is there were 3 helicopters in the air, and there was a helicopter trained with a camera on all of us. That's how they get the overhead shots. And so I went, oh, we can see in the city where they are just by looking up. So
I don't think I looked up.
You did? Oh, that's why I was calmer the second half of the episode, because I'm like, we're in first place.
You could have told me.
I know we are.
I will say that wait, what was I gonna say? Oh, the bridge operator, I did say, has anyone else been here? And he was like, so I knew at least we found that one first, although that didn't mean that the other 2 people hadn't already been to the other 2 places. So anyway, London and Logan are on the train to City Hall. Tara and Joey find City Hall, but at this time, Scott and I are in a taxi to Wrigley'sville Dogs. First of all, there's an unaired task that they don't show you. Not only did we have to deliver the hot dogs, we had to make the hot dogs. So, go ahead.
My note, because I'm not as astute as you and Scott with noticing the helicopters, but I did write. I said, when they're picking up the hot dogs, it looks like the guy is telling you the order in which to put them in. And so then I was like, are they going to make the hot dogs there? So I was so confused, but I just let it go. So you guys did have to put the hot dogs together.
And we were so efficient. Like, we were having fun with it. We're like, a little of this, a little of that. Like, because we knew we were there first. And I'm like, of course they don't show it. We're getting along so well.
I mean,
it doesn't get shown.
Hot dog, Scott. Positive.
You knew I was going to get that right. Yeah.
We even
that man was so
make
cute.
2 extra so that we could eat them. And they were like, no,
I know.
Just go.
I know. They were like, you want to spend time? And we were like, no, we don't. But we did go back and eat there after the race, meaning like a year later. And those hot dogs are good.
So good.
So props to Wrigleyville hot dogs.
Yeah.
Wrigley'sville Dogs. Go there.
They were delicious. I still have that hat. Do you still have that hat?
I still have the hat as well.
We kept the hat. We actually, I think
10 years old.
We wore the hats a year later. It was London and Logan and us went back to Wrigley'sville Dog a year later.
Oh, that's right. They went with us.
Yeah, they did. And we had hot dogs and wore the hats because we're nerds. Anyway, London and Logan get their clue, and Logan's like, hot dog eating contest. Please, please, please. And honestly, fine by me, because Scott and I had a rule that we decided on the first leg, if it's eat a lot of something, it was going to be a Scott task. If it was eat a weird something, it was going to be a Brooke task, because I actually will try anything except a spider. And also, I hate your t-shirt. Okay, so
since we're just the whole episode, well, sorry. What was the episode that Becca got the skydive out of, or the helicopter?
Norway.
Dive. And you had to eat a little. What would you had to eat a little fish? And that was a little bit of something though.
You want to tell him that Scott's the one who's like, put your arms up, wiggle it down, like make me look.
All
like
I said, for the record, is if you need air in your diaphragm, you can lift your arms and it expands your airways, which is true. Like if you're like running a race,
telling the singer if you need air in your diaphragm.
But,
okay.
Girl, it's something about this technique that I don't feel like it's for singing. Put your arms up and wiggle, Scott. Where did you
I didn't say wiggle? No. I just said she couldn't catch her breath.
Wiggle it down. Joey Chestnut it and wiggle it down. It was hilarious to watch. I look dumb as hell, but it was hilarious.
It was a good
I tried
fish.
it. It was good fish. I don't know why I said I didn't like it. I like lots. Anyway.
Right. Bryce is taking notes.
Arms
up, wiggle.
Wiggle down. Thank you.
Oh, congrats to our peer Joey Chestnut on winning the hot dog eating contest again this year.
Oh.
Speaking of.
How many dogs did he down?
I think it was 60
in 10 minutes. It's like a hot dog every 10 seconds or something like that.
Oh my God. I know. That man has won every year since he's been on The Amazing Race, and he was on only like 2 years after us.
Oh my God.
That's a long time to be winning hot dog eating contests. I'm proud of him.
From 1954 to 2026.
Right. You telling me.
How old were you in 1954, Brice? 11?
I was my grandmother was born.
Okay.
Exactly. Thank you. Anyway, so we're told we need to go to this rooftop across the street from Wrigley Field. Scott's like, it's Sheffield, fine. And I'm like, dude, I'm right here. I see it. So we go up to the rooftop, like we're celebrating on the rooftop. What? What?
Wait, pause, because this photo, and I don't know if Bryce is going to advance it. No, when you zoom in on this photo, the guy sitting next to Ernie is that he is this beautiful model looking dude. He's wearing these tight jeans and this, that blue shirt over the white shirt. And he had these baby blue eyes. And I said, while I was handing that hot dog over.
We were there for 30 seconds, man. How did you clock
I know, but we were in first. I was like, we're fine. I have a second. So I was like, what is your name? Do you want a hot dog? And he smiled and noticed he's holding a hot dog. I gave it to him.
Oh,
my number was on the package. No,
it was not.
I didn't have a pen, but he was hot. And I asked Ernie about him.
So Ernie is
Ernie
the guy,
was like,
Brice will know. Ernie is the guy that gave us the tickets.
Yes,
Ernie and Cindy won season 19 of The Amazing, right? 19 of The Amazing.
Did you guys know that when you saw them?
So we knew who they were, but we were moving so quickly that do you remember, Scott, when we were running down those stairs, our camera guy was like, do you know who they were? And we were like, oh my God, that's Ernie and Cindy. And we were like, should we go back and let them know we know who they are? And the camera guy was like, you're going to turn around? And we're like, no, just tell them we know who they are. Go, go, go. And
shout out to y'all camera guy, because it seems like the leg that y'all do the best in, I've heard at least 3 times y'all talk about making extra 2 hot dogs. The camera person said, do y'all really want to do that? Steps of all things. Brooke says while she's going down the steps, she's saying, does she want to go back up to see Ernie and Scott? And the camera guy is saying, do y'all want to do that? I think we need to take a moment of silence to shout out to y'all camera guys for keeping y'all head in the game. God forbid if y'all were in the lead in the beginning. Jesus.
But that's a testament to how in the lead we were, that we could still think that way, to be like, we have time.
Anyway, so we are making our way into Wrigley Field. Tara and Joey are making their way to the hot dog place, and so are London and Logan. So we make our way to Wrigley Field. And what does it say we're doing? Oh, I specifically write Scott is being a great cheerleader because he's like, we can do this. Also amazing. I wrote that like 4 times. And the clue, this is the final memory task. Here's the thing. We were ready for anything. We were ready for as hard as you can make it. We were going to do it. And then this one, I will agree with the general public, was a fairly easy final memory task. Fine. Mm-hmm. What, Brice? Here, he's going to put on glasses. Are you muted? Is he muted?
He is.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was. No, I did all of that because this is at the point when I started getting emotional watching this episode. And so, like, I don't care if it's easy or not. Me watching this, I started getting emotional and I think Scott was even being funny, like, I don't know how Brooke is doing because I'm not over there. And so I internalized things, right? And again, I was telling Scott this before we started recording, where it's like, I'd rather have a teammate that there's turbulence in the beginning because, like Scott said, when your hands up and you shaking your belly, like you learn it, as opposed to if we have a 13-hour flight and there is no turbulence except for the last 45 minutes, and it's turbulence 45 minutes, baby. Oh, Jesus, pray for me. Like, I would be scared. And so, like, and this is the moment where I started getting emotional because it's like, right, you guys are separated. This might be something difficult. And the way my girlfriend Brooke performed, the way Scott was like, and I just love it. Scott's like, girl, we're not giving them in alphabetical order. And here come Brooke. Hey, Scott, I think I was wrong. The first one, scratch off the first one. They're in alphabet. It starts in A. Don't go with 4. Like the way.
Way to know how he finished on the first leg, though. Good call, Brice.
Yeah.
But the way y'all became in sync here. And I even think in one of the ones you say 5 and Scott is like, girl, it's 6. Or like,
but it's 5. And then, so here's the thing. You know what I love if you had said anything in that scoreboard about like, I don't think Brooke is sure, or I think she's probably freaking out, they would have shown it. So it feels so good to know that there's no point in there where Scott was like, I don't think she knows, or like, because we knew when we read that, we were all smiles, because I actually think, I'm pretty sure that I could tell you not only where we finished, but where every other team finished on every leg of the race 10 years later. Like, the memory is good. The legs, not great, but the memory is good. And so, and you couldn't use your notebook, you couldn't do anything. And we did it right. I don't know what the hell Tara and Joey were thinking, where she's like, leg one, go to the fourth one from the top and do that.
I know.
Go in order, man. Just figure it out.
But
so
again, when you don't have turbulence, right? When you don't have arguments to figure out, how do I speak Brooke Camhi? When you don't have turbulence to say, Scott doesn't need me to say, go, Scott, go. Scott just wants my body here, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
preferably a male, tall, muscle body, but
oh my God,
anybody will do. But like, again, I really feel like that is a testament to y'all on this amazing race, where it's like y'all already figured out these kinks.
And to your point, one of my favorite experiences of the entire thing is me signaling to her through the scoreboard, and she knew what I meant both times. That's just one of my favorite things of the entire 3 weeks.
When we were at a task and we were able to understand each other, we did things very well. I still reserve like the opinion that on mute we're in fantastic racers. Anyway, so we're doing the one-way radio thing. And I think I kind of love the fact that I couldn't hear Scott, because it's like, look, I know the answers. He knows that I know, and he knows too, and we're fine. He can't see the places, but also if they're in alphabetical order, he could figure it out too. So we were very calm. It was edited to make it look like we didn't do it very quickly, but I got to tell you, there were no questions. Like, we knew it very quickly.
5 minutes.
We did it very fast.
Come on. There was a moment, and again, I love my girl London, and London is me, because, and I love the foreshadowing where Logan is like, I can hear you, but you can't hear me. And then like the 6 seconds that we get of London, like, hey, is it on, like the way that
and then she puts on the binoculars and the covers are off. I love her.
But I love that, because that's so relatable, because like, that's just me. But again, you guys are a well-oiled machine, because you guys did not have a working car.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day, right? I don't know.
And y'all finally got a car that had air conditioner. It was automatic windows, leather seats, and a sunroof. And y'all were smooth sailing.
I mean, we did it right. Meanwhile, London and Logan are in a taxi. The guy doesn't know where they're going, makes them get out, and they have to find another taxi. I feel so badly for them. Then they get to the hot dogs. Tara and Joey are coming to us. And I tell Scott, I see Tara and Joey, or I see mom and dad. And he's like, okay, let's get moving. But we were already finished, and they gave us the yes. And we go to home plate, and we have to figure out this little equation to find our seats. We run up to section 504 or whatever it is, and we find the clue. Scott and I had an agreement. He wanted to read the first clue of the day on the last leg of the race. He's like, can I rip and read the clue? And I was like, yes. But when we get to the last clue of the day, because there's always a clue that says like the finish line, go. I was like, can I read that one? And so when we get there, you can actually see, only because I knew, I could see Scott being like, finally. And then he just lets me read the clue, which was very nice. I appreciate that. And the only other thing that I found so funny is Scott's in the scoreboard. And at one point he says, Brooke, can you speak louder? Said nobody ever.
There were some funny moments in that. Honestly, so too, funny. Just to like cover my little tushy real quick before we get off the scoreboard. To this day, I do not know what I thought 6 was for. I'm like, I knew all the answers, and I like am Brooke. I can only think about,
Well, Floyd
we
lost
double
a passport.
checked our answers.
Yeah, Floyd lost a passport, right?
Yeah.
And so it was like, just making sure that we had those numbers right, because it actually caused us to jump up a spot because they were in front of us, then not in front of us. But it didn't take enough time to like make any sort of difference. Meanwhile, Joey's yelling, "Go Red Sox." They're booing him, and they're coming into the stadium as we're leaving the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Behind the scenes, however, Scott wants to run down the ramps. You know how like there's ramps that go all the way down from the top, and there was an elevator. And I'm like, Scott, elevator. When we get in the elevator, I have had nightmares. I legitimately, I don't know why this sticks in my head, but to this day, every so often, I will have a nightmare of us in that elevator. And I'm like, what if the elevator broke down? Like that would have been the end. I have nightmares of us in that elevator and the elevator just gets stuck. I don't know why. It didn't happen in real life.
And it took us somewhere odd because, okay, there's websites online where they like have people in the finale city and they kind of follow the racers around at Reality Fan Forum, for those who don't know it. And they were following us and we were lost at the time of Wrigley Field. They were still following the other two teams and they're like, the team A, because they didn't know our names at the time, they're like, they ran in and never ran out. And I'm like, it's because the elevator took us to some like emergency exit or something. So we didn't go out the normal way. And so everyone thought we lost. So, haha. How you like that?
Okay.
But it was also the first time we found a taxi immediately.
So
the only time.
I think I've never screamed so loud for a cab. I'm like, taxi! And he's like screeched to a halt. I was like, get in, let's go. And
question, would the ramp or the elevator have been the elevator was faster?
I mean,
I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so because y'all in the lead, you telling me, Brooke, that Scott wanted to take the ramps?
Honestly, the ramp was probably the right answer, only because I mean, but here's the thing. A ramp you can't get stuck in a ramp. Like you can't have a mechanical problem on a ramp. So I actually will defend his position there.
At this point, I don't want to hear no more behind the scenes because I'm running out of glasses and I'm not liking the behind the scenes of y'all in the league. Okay.
Okay.
So take me all home.
Okay, take you all home. Okay, Scott, let's take you home.
Okay, but I'm just saying, this is the third thing that y'all have told me. And
well, this will make you feel better. This will make you feel better. When we got out of the elevator and we saw this taxi that was coming up, I took off and went against the rules of the Amazing Race and left our camera and sound guy behind. And Brooke was with them. And I was like, I'm getting that fucking taxi. And I just like went for it. And they caught up. But you're not supposed to be more than, what, 200 feet?
20 feet.
Away?
20 feet.
20 feet.
Yes.
I was like, I'm breaking that rule. We had to go.
I screamed at the top of my lungs. He ran. We got the cab. We're in the cab. And this is just the best moment. Honestly, I loved this cab ride. We knew we were in first because nobody else's scores were on the scoreboard. We knew where we were going because the cab driver typed it into a thing. And other than giving the cab driver all of our money to be nice, because I wanted to do,
they had GPS then?
Yeah, shut the hell up, Brice. This was like, come on, man. So
no, that's a fair question.
Brooke got what I was putting down. Scott, don't defend me.
Okay.
We're not that old. Anyway, Tara and Joey are doing the task weird. London and Logan are delivering the hot dogs. We are in the taxi to the end. That cab ride, it was everything from, I can't wait to watch this with our mothers because our families were both such fans, to you said we were never going to win this, to it was just so warm and wholesome, and just because there was nothing we could do at that point other than like speak about the fact that this is it, like there's nowhere else to go. And we both love this show so much that we were like, holy shit, we are not only making it to the end, but this is a moment that I knew I had dreamed of for 15 years, however, it was like 15 years since the show premiered, and I wanted to do it since episode 1. And I know Scott was the same. So we had this moment of like, oh my God, it's very rare in life, I think, that you have a dream and it's coming true in real time, and you're appreciating in real time that it's coming true in real time. And we had that. And it was just, that moment when we got out of the cab and we knew where we were going, and then we saw everybody, and Scott's like, hold my hand, we're doing this together. There was a little bit that they didn't show where I'm like, what if Tara and Joey are already here? And he's like, they're not already here. Like, there's no way. And so it's just, it is It's the moment. It's
Yeah,
the moment.
that cab ride was very interesting because we were having those moments of like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to watch this with my family. They won't know for so long, la la la. But there was also this sense of relief in my brain of like, oh my God, it's over. Not that I was grateful that it was over because I would race forever, but it was just like, okay, like all that mental acuity, all that physicality, all the what lies did I tell, all the alliances that were going on, all that is now done. And my body felt it in that cab ride. And I went, this is so surreal that I think I even got a little quiet in the cab. And when we arrived and this is skipping ahead a little bit, but when we did our final confessionals after the finish line, I remember being so exhausted and just quieter in general because I think my body was just shut down because it is one of the biggest goals that I ever had in my life. And it felt like, wait, I achieved it, which feels so amazing. And at the same time is like, oh my God, I achieved this goal. So now what is my next goal?
What's
And I
next?
felt
Exactly.
I actually felt a little aimless for about a year after that. A little bit, to be very honest. Yeah, because you're like, wow, achieving your big goals is true. You can do it. And then, oh, but you should have other goals too.
Right.
So
I think the thing that where I paused it, and that's when I was in full-blown tears and I just wanted to call Brooke to like congratulate her again, was I think it's in the car ride. Scott, you say, we deserve this. Like we deserve, like, it's like y'all do, right? Where it's like y'all are the underdogs. Like this is the season of the underdogs. Who doesn't root for an underdog? And it's like, not only are y'all realizing like, wow, we're on our way to the finish line. Oh my God, we just won it. It's the part where it's like, now wait a minute. We deserve it. We did it.
I don't think anyone expected us to get there first. Like I think everyone there expected Tara and Joey to get there first because they had been in the front so many times. And to get there and to just, you can see it. Like we both just sort of fall into each other Brice, we talk every season about how Phil is like, the world is waiting, and then his eyebrow goes up and you float out of your body. But this moment right here where Phil's like, whatever it was, oh my God, 9 countries, 17 cities, 36,000 miles. And you just like, she's actually saying that to us. Like that is wild to me. Like I will never, ever, no matter how old I get, forget that moment. That was, and while there are some things I would probably do a little differently, Scott, is there anything you would do differently or like change about things that we did or didn't do?
Oh, like over the whole race or this episode?
Yeah.
Over the whole, I mean, it's so easy to be like, no, because clearly we did everything we were supposed to do because we got this result. Honestly, we were playing to the best ability that we each could. So I don't think it's even a question to go back and say we could do anything differently.
It's funny because I wrote down just a couple, like in Venice, after we came in, Phil was like, I know you sang opera in college. Can you sing something? And the song had already flown out of my head. I didn't remember it. So I like started to sing something else. And he's like, we can't use that. We don't have the rights to that. But I couldn't remember anything else. So I was like, no. And it's easy to say, like, I wouldn't have U-turned Mike and Liz because they were so far behind, but you don't know where they are, right? And I would have given the last cab driver all of our money, but I didn't even think like I wouldn't have done the ladle or I didn't even think those things because those were decisions that were made that while they were difficult, they made great TV. So fine. But also like there were things we needed to get through to get to where we were. So it all worked out. And I will say every time either Scott or I is in Chicago now, we go to the finish line. We FaceTime the other one. We send a picture from the finish line. Like there are things that we shared an experience that no one gets to share. Really, 400 people in the world ever, I think.
And
what a beautiful image. Look at that. And not us. I didn't really mean us this time, but like Chicago was gorgeous at that moment. It was all the boats came in right after we won. And the lighting was gorgeous and it was temperature perfect. And I went, this is a true finish line. This was nice.
It was beautiful. Don't you guys have like the Amazing Race annual date time call that you do every year.
Every year at 5:12 p.m. Central Time on July 2nd, Scott and I have a standing phone call. No matter where we are or what we're doing, we make sure to call each other and have like a recap of everything and just sort of catch up. I mean, we talk more than that, but it is not cancelable. And
it happened this year too.
Yeah. The other
for
day.
year 10.
I was
In
talking to
10
Brooke.
years.
I know.
Brice, I
plus
swear, it feels longer. Feels like 100.
It looks, y'all look longer too.
Yeah.
You think we look that? I don't think we look that different than we did back then.
Y'all,
I actually think all three of us look really good compared to our moments on TV.
I agree. And I'm not jerking y'all chickens. Like, Scott, you look amazing. Brooke,
Thank you.
look amazing. Like, again, y'all look like you look like babies on the screen, but like you guys look like even better versions of yourselves at that time. Like, I would say that you guys are reluctantly the same age. Like, you guys look great. And it was a joy.
Also, side note, okay, Tara and Joey finished second and London and Logan finished third. I mean, whatever. And for anyone who wants to know, Tara and Joey were like 15 or 16 minutes behind us, and London and Logan were about a half hour after that. So it was not, there was no foot race. I think it was
I thought we were 45 minutes ahead of Tara.
We were 45 minutes ahead of London and Logan.
Oh, okay.
And because one of those reality fan forum people, like, clocked it, and I have they sent me a screenshot. I have that screenshot. Tara, and it's all hugs, it's all like happiness and everyone, but you could, Tara and Joey were, they felt they should have won, and I mean, statistically they were the strongest team there, but
statistically don't matter though.
Exactly.
Statistically matters who crosses that finish line, who reads their clue.
Right. Logan gets there and he's like, are we done yet?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
At the same time, we're like, glad you showed up because now we can stop filming. No, because keep in mind, like, this is all in real life. So then when we won, they interviewed us and and then we have to just sit there until Joey and Tara show up. And I know it was only 15 minutes now, but in real time, you're like, okay, I'm tired. I just want to like go to my hotel room and do nothing now. And you're just kind of like,
I love that that's what he's thinking. I'm like, I never want to go to sleep ever again. This is the best.
Oh no, but I was also looking at all the people who were not as excited, and I go, well, this isn't that great of a reception. So just imagine sitting there for 15 minutes.
That night. Like, we all partied. It was fun.
Well, we partied at the hotel, and I just so viewers understand, by party, CBS does not have a huge budget for Amazing Race. I'm going to tell you the stories, okay? At every checkpoint, we got ham sandwiches and Snickers, okay? Around the world, that is what we got.
True.
At the craft services table after we did our mat chats. And then in the hotel, we got real food.
Yeah.
But okay, so there's that. Now, for this party, you know, I was thinking, oh, Survivor always has a big party. Big Brother always has a big bash in Los Angeles.
He's going to say we were given drink tickets.
We were given 2 drink tickets in a hotel ballroom where they hooked up an iPod for music.
Not an iPod. Now, but okay, so let me ask you this, Scott. How many drink tickets did you use?
I used 1 because, no, this is also a fun fact. Well, I don't know if it's fun. I was so exhausted for all the reasons I mentioned before. I left the party after my 1 drink. I didn't even stay and talk to people. I was like, oh my God, so great to see you. I love you. And I went to bed. I was the first one to leave. And it was after like 30 minutes.
Every
I was like,
party
I'm
has
done.
a pooper. It's fine.
Well, listen, after my bank account, it was what Scott's bank account would have been. I would have stayed for a half an hour too. Okay.
Well, then we also had the next day. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, no, you're not wrong. I'd love for you to tell that story. But also, reminder that all these people were in sequester together, and they're all closer now. So the final 4-ish teams, we're the ones that we're close to each other because we raced together. But I actually didn't even know, was it Fran? Yeah, Fran at all until the finish line. I'm like, oh, hello, you're on the show with me. I didn't even know you. You know, it's that dynamic. You have people who got close in sequester and us. And I'm like, it was interesting to live. That's all.
The next day we did most seasons do their like team photos and intro little video things. before the season starts. But since we didn't know who our partners were, the day after we won, everyone was taken to this park. And before everyone went home, we did all our little videos where I'm jumping into Scott. And that's why I'm like, you should be holding me in the video, because you asked to carry me 100 times. Let's do one where you're lifting me in the air.
Is this where you guys put this?
No, this was beforehand, because this is everybody. Okay. But as
that was Los Angeles.
Individual teams, that was done at the end in the park. And we all got to hang out that day, and it was really fun. And it was great.
It was the finish line location of Amazing Race 9. Is that where they ended in Chicago?
Yeah.
It was that park. The finish line was where we took our intro packages. And that was a fun experience in itself, was just watching everyone like film their intro thing. I don't know why I loved that so much.
Well,
I actually asked them, this is me at the start line before we started. I was like, when are we doing our intro packages? Like, I'm Mr. Producer over here. And they were like,
oh my God,
don't worry about it.
Oh
right.
But here's a fun fact. If you watch the opening credits of our season, you can tell who the final 3 are, because all 3 teams look disheveled and tired. Teams 4 through 12 or 4 through 11 look rested. They have makeup on. Check it.
It's the next day. We had
That's what I'm saying.
On.
It's a spoiler.
We had makeup on. You just needed a shave. Your hair was puffy and you needed to shave.
Puffy. That is a nice way of saying froey. I like that.
We like a fro. But
nevertheless,
I was Ronald McDonald.
Y'all looked great. And I still can't believe that our summer rewatch is coming to an end.
I do think that the title of the episode probably should have been like, the money is just gravy, the experience is priceless. I like that they kept that to be the last line of the episode, because it's so true. The money is great. But like the whole point, they ask you on your application, they're like, rank these things in order. Do you want to be on TV? Do you want the money, or do you want the experience? And I remember, like, the money's cool. I didn't really care about being on television, but it was the experience. And I think Scott and I both felt that like the experience was what was important. Although I know, Scott, you're going to say I wanted to be on TV, but the experience.
That was my third choice.
So? Oh, mine too. Because it was all about doing this thing. Like, we both were such fans of the show and students of the game that like to get to do the whole thing was just a chance of a lifetime and just perfection, even though my mic was always 30% higher and I cried in every country around the world. Whatever.
I mean, Brooke, would you agree that because we are fans of the show and we just wanted to live the whole experience, there was almost this satisfaction of making it to the finale that was almost a bigger win, almost, because you're like, I get to complete the whole race. Yeah. That's actually more important.
I think you and I felt the same way, where it was like winning would be incredible. Yeah. But I don't want to miss any of the legs. I want to see this through. I want to be able to like at the beginning, remember they take your passports and then you get them back. And there's visas in your passports. And it's like, I remember opening them and being like, oh my God, the season is going to go to Brazil. The season's going to go to Vietnam. And we were like, just make it to Vietnam. Just make it to, let's make it to all of these places. And to get to do that was just the experience.
But no, that was the story I was going to bring up, was the passports, because also after Vietnam, I'm like, where are we going now? Now we don't know where we're going.
One stop in South Korea for a first place win, and then
a 24-hour stop down.
Scott,
so nice.
Have you changed your mind and you'll get matching tattoos with me?
No.
Fine.
What tattoo are you gonna get?
I have thoughts. I drew something out many years ago and never did it. It's little, but
I thought about doing the world map on your forearm and then dotting where you've been.
I love that you're like, no tattoos, but if I'm going to do one, it's going to be my entire arm. It's going to be a map of the world and dots. I'm talking like something little. And you're like, no, ew, never that. But let's put the entire globe on my arm. You're really an all or nothing kind of person, aren't you? Yeah.
You know.
Go big.
Are there any other great stories that we can share with our listeners?
I don't know if we can share. I feel like we've shared what we can share.
We've shared what we can share.
Hopefully, there'll be an all-winter season, and we can share. We'll make more behind-the-scenes memories that we can share next time that we do this.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
God.
Season 40 is the next one to be filmed.
Mhm.
And we don't know what the theme is going to be.
I know,
That's
but
all
you'll
we
have to
got.
come back and recap 39 with us. Oh, we told some behind the scenes stuff while you were gone.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So you can
But
listen
yes.
to them later, little gifts.
Oh, I can't wait.
Anyway, we made it. We did it. You didn't think we were gonna, but we knew we could. And thank you to Brice for making me do this, because my self-esteem has been built from it, because while we were a beautiful disaster at the time, it wasn't as bad as I remember. So this was a joy. I hope everyone enjoyed watching this as much as I did. And Scott, thank you so much for joining us, my partner for life on all things race related.
I am so glad to be
race
invited.
related.
Thanks for having me here. I'm available if you would like.
He keeps trying to take my spot. Don't kick me off. He's gonna kick me off.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I mean, substitute teacher.
I mean, listen, I always forget how much good times we have when you're here. And you're amazing, Scott. You're funny. You're hilarious. You and Brooke were such a joy to watch. And I'm just blessed to have y'all in my life and to know y'all. And of course, there's a new season of Amazing Race coming around the corner. And so we would love to have you back. And
I'll be watching and I'll be ready.
Please join us. And Brice, as always, thank you so much for doing this season. You are always so prepared. I don't know how you do everything that you do. You are the hardest working man that I know. And I love you. You are pure sunshine. And if anybody listening ever gets the chance to meet Brice, take it, because your life will be improved.
Well, I feel the same about you. And I can't wait to actually meet Scott in person one day.
Again, for the second time.
Wait, oh my God, we met. Ah!
No, that's fair.
It's
fair. Because when we met, we were at a fundraising event and your season had just aired. So we both were in like the mix of, we were the new kids and there was a lot going on. I just remember we said hi. That's all I remember. So,
well, I remember meeting Brooke. I remember meeting, the thing is, I remember meeting Brooke and I remember being like, my partner Scott's over there. And like, that's kind of like, that was
I get it.
But
that's not the first time we met, but okay.
That's not the first time I met you, Brooke.
Right, correct.
Yes.
Oh, you're talking
I
about
met
me.
you at Eliza's, Eliza.
It was a Christmas party, and there's a picture of us together behind.
No, that's not the first time we met.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That's
I have a
second
photo.
time.
Yes, we met another time at Eliza's party, at her like wine and cheese party. But anyway, nevertheless, I want to formally meet you, and I want to talk shit, and I want to make you laugh in person, Scott. So listen, we need to make.
Oh,
it
you
happen.
will.
But,
you make me laugh all the time.
Oh, I know. But it's sad for me to say, but this has been the Purple Pants Podcast Summer Rewatch of Amazing Race Season 29. We'll see you again soon in the fall. We'll see you for our next summer watch. Bye.
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 It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You better listen in public, might make your stomach hurt. Ooh. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to unwind, you better get that box wine. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to get your snack, you better hurry right back though. It's the Purple Pants. It's the Purple Pants.